welcome to another adventure. I'm just pulling into Brandon Country Park near Thetford because I'm meeting up with a couple of guys from the Links Local Laners group. Good old mate Gilly, my sparring racing partner. Yeah, we meet it because I like this as a place to meet because it's a country park where lots of people come with their kids and that, and there's stuff to do for your kids, and there's parking here, and there's toilets and a cafe down there, and it's about £3 or £4 all day. I'm never a fan of leaving my car or van somewhere in the middle of nowhere, which there's loads of places around here where you can do that and it's free, but you know, you're just leaving yourself to a bit of a smash and grab then, I think. Whereas if you come here, it's not a lot of money, you know, it keeps the facilities going, because this costs money to set up and run. Your bike's, you know, sort of safe. Yeah, there's lots to like about meeting here.
You're talking to yourself again?
I'm not talking to myself, mate. I'm talking to my 1,000+ subscribers. Which generally means, yeah, I'm talking to myself. Right, we're actually on time because we said 9 o'clock. Gilly's good like that, he's always on time. So just the three of us today, which is perfect. It's going to be bloody warm. I took my jacket off and left it in Gilly's van till we get back. So what I'm trying today is, because I've not actually done it with this phone, I've downloaded the mapping onto the OS map app, and oh, hang on a minute. Alright, yeah, cool.
It's a bit small, bigger than yours.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so theoretically, I should always be able to see the signal, because there is a couple of places around Thetford where you don't get a phone signal, and so I just want to make sure this works if you're offline and if you do download the mapping, because a lot of people say that's the downside to using your phone, is you haven't got a constant GPS signal. We have got a constant GPS signal, but you need to have the mapping on your phone, because you know that's how a GPS like a Garmin works. It has the mapping already there. So we should see how we get on with that, see how it works. It's the first time I've been out on the CRF for a bit, and it just feels like a toy. It's so light. I replaced my fork seals a few days ago, so I'm just going to take it steady to start off with, just bed them in a bit and just see how they get on. You know, I'll stop after a bit and just make sure they're not leaking and that. Bloody don't want to be. One of the guys is on, Steve's on a 2-stroke Vita, so 50's the max I can do on the road sections, which is fine. It's still a little bit chilly anyway, so any faster it'll be bloody freezing. It's getting up to about 27, 28 later though, so it'll be bloody warm by the time I get back. Out already. Oh, I'm stiff as a board this morning. Alright, the guys are here with me. I've not been down this lane for a while. Okay, there with me. Sandy today. God, when you haven't ridden for a while, it's bloody hard work. Whee. Yep, definitely not ridden for a while. Right, let's just check those seals.
That's a bit different.
Yeah, I know, we've not done that one before, have we? Yeah, this is another nice sandy section. Yeah, it's such a nice place to come and ride, Thetford. Certainly if you're not used to sand, it's a good place to come practice. Practicing your whoops, practicing your ruts. I love it up here. You just have to be careful. Be respectful, not only of you know, other trail users, but the trail itself, because it catches people out a lot. Well, Forks are coping really well. I mean, and actually a massive improvement on where they were before, because you know, I'd not changed the oil before, so I'm guessing it was the stock oil from new, because I bought the bike with 250 miles on the clock. So the manual says this particular Honda oil, or 5-weight oil, and not all 5-weight oil is 5-weight oil, because they have a different viscosity index. So you know, the different types of oil can obviously affect the suspension quite a bit, and it's stiffened it up, which is absolutely what I wanted. I was thinking of maybe topping it up after today's ride and stiffening it up a bit more, but so far I might not need to. This next bit, it actually doesn't follow the alignment of the bridleway, because the bridleway kind of goes straight across that field there, but they've had permission to move it, which, you know, I think, you know, good on the farmer that he's not just closed it down. So again, this is not technical along here, but it's just really whooped out. So it's difficult to sort of get a good lick on, because you'll be fine, and then all of a sudden there'll be a big little bomb hole, and it'll really catch you out. So it is good practice for sort of whoops and, you know, occasionally doubling things and getting your eye in. Certainly test your suspension out. Still muddy here. Woo! Whoop City! If in doubt, blast it out.
That got rougher than I thought it was going to be.
You tell we had a bit of rain, can't you?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be quite dusty, but it's probably just about perfect.
There's no dust coming up from any kind. It didn't bite behind.
No. Well, this can be a little tricky some days if it's really busy. This is the A11. Thankfully there isn't, you know, a nice big island. Oh, nearly went. So this is called the Shadwell Crossing, the railway line down here, and we're going to go through the tunnel, but sometimes the tunnel gets flooded, so I have on a couple of occasions had to use the actual crossing. So there's a telephone and you have to, it explains it all, you just have to ring up and say where you are, and they'll tell you when you can and can't cross and to ring them back. So look, there's a phone over there. There's a bridge down here that might be a bit of water in it today, but it won't be flooded. He often puts a little blockade out just to slow people down, because as we know, generally when you get motorbikes you do get idiots. So we're going this way today. Oh, this next bit is bloody lovely through here. It's always feels like a little bit of a mini motocross track. Nice and sandy and whooped out, and again fairly straight, so you can see if anyone's coming the other way. Just letting the guys catch up. Yeah, the suspension on this 450L, it's bloody good. Which is why I could just never have well, I mean, apart from the lack of power, but you know, that's the problem with the 250L and the 300 Rally. You've effectively got to spend a silly amount of money to make it decent, whereas the 450L is pretty bloody good out the box. So there's people here. Yeah, it's pretty good out the box, so it copes admirably around here. there, guys. Oh, I love that down there.
A bit wrong,
a few of them will sort us out before Beacons Rally.
Right.
Oh, it's such a good playground at times. You've obviously got to be respectful, ride with care and consideration, but that doesn't mean you've got to ride slow. Really sandy here. Just when you think you've got it right, you've got your timing in order, it all sort of changes, the gaps between the whoops changes, and yeah, you've got to be on it. Those fucking tree branches. Perfectly in the wrong spot. Woo. Ah, so tiring. It's all on the arms, on the legs. That's a good workout. Yeah, so when you come down the Drove there, that's a lot of fun. I really like it down there. It's straight as well, so you know you got plenty of vision. You can see if anyone's coming the other way. Good workout, because you test your arms and your legs out big time. So we're just coming into Wheaton now, and this is where there's a garage, so you get fuel here. Obviously a drink and something like that. It's a good little garage actually. It's not one of these ones that's got fuck all in it. It's a good little garage. And the real bonus with this garage that I've never thought was a necessity when at a garage, but there's also a washing machine and tumble dryer, so if you've been in a puddle or something, then this is clearly the place to come to clean your kit off before the next leg. Might as well get a splash while I'm here. Look, there's your washing machines. How handy is that? Just a general word of warning here, guys, because people know that people are trail riding up here and leaving their trail bikes while they go and pay for fuel. So, I mean, that's got a steering lock on it, so definitely want to lock your bike before you go and pay for your fuel. Right, so we're all fed and watered. Nice ice cream, needed that. It's bloody warm. It's gone a bit overcast now, thankfully. Alright, so it's next lane down here. Just got to be careful on this first bit because it's quite narrow. I'm expecting to see loads of 4x4s out today, but we've not seen any yet. Cheers! Oh dear.
Oh. Do it, that's the way to do it! Fuck off, come on.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm leading today because it's getting a bit dusty now. So we're heading back into Brandon now, so this is the sort of west side of Brandon. You come through this bit of an estate. Straight through basically to hit the bit of a main road and then right again. Fuel in Brandon, there's a mini Tesco's, there's an Aldi, you know, all the usual shops. So if you're looking somewhere for a bit of a break and something a bit more, you'll probably get it in Aldi, or you want a few supplies before you go out on your ride. Get it in Brandon even. Eldon Hall now, and again you'll get fuel in that here and a few supplies if you need anything. Garage just off to the right of this roundabout here, but we're gonna go left. Jet garage just there. Right, it's easy to miss the start of this next lane because it just sort of appears from nowhere on your right. There. Yeah, we're all here. Go on, squirrel. Down the side of this housing estate here, which seems a bit random the first time you come down it, but it's a pucker byway, just obviously in a very busy area, so you just got to be super careful. Was you in neutral back there? Was you in neutral back there?
Went that left hand lane with a huge thistle sticking out. Right through my hand.
Well, it's been great so far today. I mean, it's perfect weather. It's cooled down a little bit now because it's gone overcast, but still very warm. Yeah, and then so the phone's been perfect. So downloading the map onto the app. So I've got no phone signal. It has got a SIM card in, but there's no credit on it or anything. Obviously the phone has a GPS, so that's what's communicating with the app, and obviously the app's got the map in, so that all works really well. So yes, so this is Tuddenham St Mary. We're going straight on down here, but there's a cafe just up here where we're going to stop, just have a quick brew, stretch our legs, and then we'll carry straight on down there in a minute through Cavenham Heath. Right, that was a blooming lovely Suffolk pasty I had there. I couldn't cook, they got told off calling it a Cornish pasty. It's definitely a Suffolk pasty. Coffee and a shandy. Yes, nice cafe in there, nice little farm shop. And Uncle Gilly paid. What's not to like about that? Go up here through Cavenham Heath. Now when you get to the end here, there's a footbridge, so you'll see a sign and it says, you know, no vehicles beyond this point. But I was reading a thread on the local TRF's page recently, and they've said that, you know, they prefer you to go over the footbridge, push your bike over the footbridge rather than ride through the stream. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to push our bikes over the footbridge. Yeah, so there is a stream, there is a ford, an old ford you could go through, but someone was saying they don't want you to ride through the ford anymore because it's sort of deteriorating the riverbank. So I am not 100% certain what is the best thing to do. Probably worth contacting Norfolk County Council and seeing what they say. Although this is actually Suffolk, actually. Yeah, this will come under Suffolk, I'm sure it will. So yeah, this must be Suffolk. Walk from here. Right, so this next section here that we would normally do, you can't do at the minute because it's closed. They've closed it for repairs. I think the end of August is the sort of due date for it to be sorted. Well, the local TRF have changed the green road map, you know, and it's all on there. So I would imagine as soon as it opened, there'd be a few people, you know, posting on the various Facebook pages to say that it's open again. Yeah, so I don't normally do this lane when doing the Thetford loop, but because, well, I sometimes sort of come in myself if I'm doing it on my own, because I live south of the loop, and this is sort of like the most southern part we're on now of the loop. Yeah, but because that main bit through King's Forest there, because that's closed, pardon me, Suffolk pasty repeating on me. Yeah, because that's closed, I thought I'd add this on just as something a bit different. You can see all that dust now. Oh, Gilly's no navigator. So he can chew my dust. Right, so this is the sort of the last lane before we come back to where we started. Well, we joined the loop up, but we're going to sort of go back over a couple of lanes that we've already done just to get us back to the car park. So this in winter, obviously this bit's closed, so you have to go down here on the byway, pick up the road, and then pick up the byway back in and sort of come back round. So you have to miss this little cut through the wood here and along this lane here along the edge of the forest. But you know, this time of year it's just a nice little blast through the wood there. Right, it's a nice little bit through this wood actually. It's changed, and I think it's the blooming 4x4s that keep coming here and going off piste a bit. Bloody 4x4s, I hate the things chewing up the trails. So always steady through this bit. So, back on the loop. Has he seen us? Yeah, he's seen us. Bad line. More whoops. Right, so I'm going to go up this lane that we came down earlier. It's not on the loop that I'm dishing out, but Gilly said he liked it, so we're going to go back up it the other way. It's a bit tree rooty down this one. hardly people out today, which is good to see. Whee! Fucking tree roots. Eyes like a shithouse rat. Oh, and that's it. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Whew. You can sort of go straight on this bit. There's a lane up there, look. So you can go up there, but that lane is a dead end, so it's worth going up it maybe to turn around and come back if you're looking for something a bit different. But yeah, because it's a dead end, there's not much point going up there. Right, enjoy that. It's a good... Did you see me on that blooming tree root and the bike just went what? Jolly good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I know the boys did. Not sure what that is distance wise. I think it's probably about 80 miles. I'll have to check it out when I get back. I made up a couple of routes, and the one I'm using on here had an extra bit on it, but we didn't really have time to do the extra bit today. So, but what I am going to dish out, what I am going to share, is the sort of regular Thetford route. So I will share the GPX file. Yeah, so come and give it a go, give it a blast. It's not technical, but it is good for all abilities, because you know there's those whooped out bits. Just going not any idiot can ride over them, but going over them fast, it's another story. So yeah, alright, back to the car park. I'll get my jacket out of Uncle Gilly's van and make my way home. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Don't forget to click the like button if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, or even possibly think about subscribing. Shut it, you. Did you hear that? I said I thought it was shite.
I just get it for free.
Yeah, so anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully see you back on the channel soon, or maybe see you out on the trail. If you are out on the trail, just avoid this rogue, eh? That's all I'm going to say.
I'll take your jacket home, fella.